By late June in Iran's Zagros Mountains, spring finally arrives. Because of the high altitude, spring here always comes slower than in the plains. Old Qian, the shepherd, cleared a small vegetable patch at the peak. He sows fast-growing seeds, waiting for the new grain to sprout. Nomadic families in Iran live year-round in the rolling Zagros Mountains. Relying on herding and farming, they live an isolated, yet abundant life. Under the clear blue sky, the Zagros Mountains in Iran welcome a brand new day. Old Qian's family also begins their daily chores. Jinfeng squats by the sink, washing clothes. Old Qian looks at the peak through binoculars, keeping an eye on his youngest son, Salman, and the flock's movements. Vasi and little Paria shake the sour goat milk in a tin can, making the local sour yogurt. Today, Old Qian takes Vasi to fence up the small vegetable patch they cleared last year. Making a living in the mountains is hard, so they often clear land themselves to grow fruits and vegetables. There's plenty of open land in the mountains. They must make the most of what the mountain offers. Nature's gifts shouldn't go to waste. But before planting, Old Qian has to clear out the thorny weeds first. Little Salman stays at the peak, watching the flock graze in the meadow. Nearby, little Paria follows Old Qian and Vasi around, like a little sparrow, constantly chirping with questions, unable to sit still for a moment. This patch was cleared by Old Qian and Vasa last year. They already planted vegetables here back then. Thanks to their previous work, the father and son have less to do this year. They just need to weed and loosen the soil before they can start their new round of planting. Old Qian and his son brought up a bundle of rebar and wire mesh from the foot of the mountain, using the same method as last year. They drive the rebar into the ground and wrap the wire mesh around it. Since they raise sheep and poultry, the garden must be tightly fenced. This stops the greedy little sheep and free-range chickens from sneaking in and ruining the crops. Seeing the two men so busy, Old Qian's sweet daughter, Paria, ran home to fetch a bottle of water and cups to quench her hard-working dad and brother's thirst. This thoughtfulness is something the little one learned by watching her mother Jinfeng. Usually, whenever Old Qian and Vasi are working, Jinfeng always brings them drinking water right on time. Today, Jinfeng was too busy. So sensible little Paria ran back herself to bring water for her dad and brother instead. His daughter's kindness fills Old Qian's heart with warmth. It's just a plain glass of water, but to him, it tastes sweeter than honey. Old Qian also uses wire to securely tie and fix the mesh onto the rebar posts. Once enclosed, the small vegetable patch is ready. Since Old Qian's house at the bottom of the mountain already has a large vegetable garden, so he doesn't plan to massively expand this plot at the peak. As long as it provides his family with fresh leafy greens, it's enough. Okay. With the fence set up, the father and son start loosening the dirt. The soil at the peak is surprisingly soft. It's a pity the peak is so high up. Old Qian can't help but sigh, wishing the soil was down at the bottom. Little Paria runs back home again, helping her mom Jinfeng shake the iron bucket. The sour milk inside has already separated from the whey. The little one craves the separated butter the most. Little Paria is growing up and can now lend a hand around the house. Jinfeng asks the little one to herd the sheep out of the pen. The little one does a great job. Holding a small wooden stick, she drives every single lamb entirely out of the pen. She does it very neatly. Tired from playing, she slips back to her mom to drink a cup of sour yogurt. Amina is washing the pots and pans, taking care of the chores and washing up is the job of the women in Old Qian's family. Everyone has their own role, working on their tasks in an orderly way. The father and son have finished plowing. Old Qian takes out the seeds and scatters them evenly in the dirt. Vasa drags a hose over to water the patch, so the seeds can soak up the water, break the soil, and take root. Baby. Little Salmon returns with the goat herd, helping his mother Jinfeng collect today's fresh goat milk. What Old Qian planted at the peak are all fast-growing, short-cycle vegetables. If fast, in 10 to 15 days, or at most about a month, they will be ready for the dinner table.